We'll be back. Hasta la vista.
Calculating cyber operations. I'm sorry, John. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Apparently now coming to a mall near you, AI that's going to help you keep tabs on your health and maybe even remove some of your blood. It's called Forward, and here is a little snippet of how it works.
This is not a doctor's office. It's Forward, the world's first AI doctor's office. It all starts with the CarePod, an entirely new approach to healthcare with prevention at its core. With health apps, your care team has the latest technology to treat the issues of today and prevent the issues of tomorrow. We'll start by establishing a baseline of your health, diving deep into all aspects of your health, past health history, current health state, future wellness goals, body scan, biometric monitoring, blood testing, and more. It's all about understanding where you are today, where you want to be, and how to get there.
Okay, so look, this is like a pod, basically. You're gonna have a membership to use this. Apparently right now they're saying it's gonna be $99 a month. And when you get in there, a patient, first of all, you'll use your phone. It's an app to unlock the door. You're then going to be screened. Biometric body scan, have your DNA sequenced, test for things like hypertension, kidney disease, and heart issues. Your results are reviewed by doctors offsite, or you can talk to a doctor virtually while you're in the CarePod. So there will be humans at some point involved in this as well, which is good. But not for some of the things that you might expect. So for instance, if they're gonna be checking your blood, you probably wonder, well, how are they gonna get it? They have an interesting way of doing that. So when asked how patients would draw their own blood inside a CarePod, Adrian Aoun, the founder and CEO of the company, whipped out a small vacuum chamber that suctioned to his upper arm and siphoned out a small sample. Quote, in 2 to 4 minutes, this starts to fill up with blood. There's no needle, there's no knife, and nothing hurts right now. He, by the way, is not a doctor, but called the device a capillary blood draw and made comparisons to a leech or a hickey. I would like to provide a little bit of feedback. Come up with other comparisons. It's just like a leech on your arm, cutting edge technology.
It's the future and the past.
Yeah, you can have your DNA sequenced. You can have your brain measured to find out about your personality.
It'll send all of this information to a wizard who will then divine from the balance of your humors what is wrong with you.
If you're a little bit depressed, it'll drill a little thing into your brain. You'll feel much better afterward.
The best part about this commercial is the first line in it is, "This is not a doctor's office." It's like, buddy, the disclaimers come at the end of the video. You can't start with it. It's like, no, I believe you. It's like all the stuff that a nurse does, basically, we're pretty sure this machine can do it instead. Like, I think they'd be better served by just taking nurses. Because like all this caters to is people like John who want like the future now. I've read a lot of sci-fi, please make it real. And I love that instinct. That instinct arguably leads to every innovation in the human history, right? This urge for it to be better, and inspired by your favorite stories of the future that people came up with. But like, instead of this obviously ridiculous pod that's like, you know what's better than needles? Leeches. Like
robo-leeches.
Instead of a future pod, why don't we just take nurses and put them in full body robot outfits instead? That's because and have them walk in there going, "My name is Sandra. I will take your blood now."
Well, look, they raised $100 million. Okay, I think you could afford a lot of C-3PO costumes for a lot of actual nurses who are skilled at drawing blood. I think you could do that. By the way, there are 3 of these CarePods now. So if you'd like to check them out, you can go to Sacramento, Chandler, Arizona, and Chicago's Willis Tower. They have plans to roll out more, and they have raised $100 million, so they should probably be able to do that. So look, yeah, it is possible that in some remote areas, this could provide services that might not be readily available. Maybe it'll be really quick and convenient. Although if it's doing all of the things it says, I can't imagine that's that fast. But we are not doctors in the same way that the CEO is not a doctor. So don't ask me. I'm just really curious about how that blood thing is going. And I just imagine like somebody waiting their turn, and finally they get frustrated. So they dial in the app, they open the door, and just like in The Shining, a wave of blood comes out because that robot went overboard.
This is like Theranos meets the part of Jurassic Park where like the Elizabeth whatever, where it's like Holmes, where like in Jurassic Park he goes, next time it'll be flawless. And everybody's
100%.
like, all right, Grandpa, there's a reason they killed you in the books. Like, get out of the way.
That's a spoiler. But anyway, CarePod spared no expense. Anyway, maybe it'll be great. I don't know. They're not our sponsors.
I like the idea of going into a pod and having it do everything for me. It's just like
I do. I like that.
If there's a machine I can put they have this at Walmart where you sit down in a chair and it takes your blood pressure, like it scans your vitals. If you add to and in Venice, California, since before recreational marijuana was legal, they had things like this at like the Kush area. Sure. Like Kush, Dr. Kush, I think it was called, where you'd go into a head shop, sit down, and there was an iPad, and a doc's like, have you ever been nervous? And then you say yes. And it's like, well, go around the corner and pick up your marijuana prescription. Like, it's just telehealth. But I do think that the person who's able to genuinely carry this off well will set the standard for care going forward. But like, it just reeks to me of like the auto driving cars that run people over. Like there's going to be, like John said, some horrible thing. And even his like the finger prick of blood was a good pitch. But this, like, there's a suction cup for 4 minutes. Like the good thing about getting my blood drawn is it's over very fast. I don't want a hickey for 4 minutes and like the noticeable welt thereafter.
I do want to leech for 4 minutes. I'll see that. By the way, only because you mentioned the self-driving cars running over people. I don't know if you saw that Linda Yaccarino, who does like ads over on Twitter, she had tweeted, Grok, the ultimate ride or die. They're like AI that's supposed to be witty and right-wing or whatever. The ultimate ride or die. And someone responded, I thought that was the tagline for Tesla, which is pretty good. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.